beneficial to have a community garden because it helps you know more about your community and the community comes closer.
A community garden is an opportunity for people to come together, socialize, and for people to feed themselves physically and socially.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming here today. My name is Andrew Hautzinger. I'm the District Director at the Valencia Soil Water Conservation District. And this is one of our 2 community gardens that we're here to celebrate today and make better and include some lessons about other conservation actions, other conservation initiatives you can join in on. You'll be here for a couple hours. Then we're going to pull up stakes and go to our second community garden up at Meadow Lake. So we're excited to learn a simple technique of sheet mulching, which Amelia will talk about in a little bit of time. But really what we're here for is an opportunity to visit with each other, build some community, talk about things that we're interested in, whether it's community gardens, healthy soil practices, the financial assistance work that we do in my group with Valencia Soil and Water Conservation District. So this is really kind of more of a networking opportunity to build and get better.
As Andrew said, he approached me one day and said, we have a problem with goat heads at the community gardens. What do we do about it? And my answer was, my answer to everything is mulch. And so what I said to him was, you bury them with organic matter. We will start with cardboard on the bottom and then wood chips on top. If you have other things like compost or aged manure or any other organic materials, grass clippings from lawns that aren't sprayed, use that too. You're basically building a compost pile in place. It does take some water. You want to make all the materials wet so that the decomposition will happen, but then you don't have to do anything with the weeds. You're just smothering them. They decompose into the soil.
To have a community garden because it helps you know more about your community and the community comes closer, and with the garden you could help people in the community that don't have food, give them vegetables, you know more about them and you help them and you help around more of the community. My mom was like a helper here and then they were looking for interns, so I decided to come join. Yeah, there's a lot of interns that come here around my age, and it's really fun because you get to know more people your age and know more about the community and about them. My favorite thing is knowing how to grow vegetables by your own and know more how people grow vegetables, and you get more to see the process and everything.
Community gardens are wonderfully important. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to give back to others, to inspire others, to help other people find a path in regenerative agriculture. Gardening is my happy place, so I hope that others find it to be their happy place as well. I can speak from my experience community gardening with kids. There's so much ownership that the kids develop by doing it themselves, by selecting the plants and starting the seeds and planting them and harvesting them and then cooking them and eating them. I've seen kids pull turnips out of the ground and not even brush off the dirt and take a bite out of it. So that's the power of a community garden with children.
New Mexico is one of the nation's food deserts as well as being a literal desert, and it's often difficult to access fresh, nutritious produce. A community garden is an opportunity for people to come together, socialize, and for people to feed themselves physically and socially. Especially during the pandemic, there have been all sorts of supply chain disruptions, challenges with work. If we can grow our food affordably, and if we can come to do it together and nourish ourselves socially as well. And then there's just the importance of being out in nature and getting to connect with things greater than ourselves.
I believe in community. I think that communities can come together around food and around the principles for which our board was established. And those principles are the protection of our natural resources, the conservation of soil and water, something so fundamental, really, when you think about it. But for us, it's absolutely essential here in New Mexico, especially in times of climate change. So I'm really thrilled that we have young people and their families coming together and learning great techniques such as using sheet mulching to help improve the soil quality, hold on to the precious water that we get and use, and to cultivate food that people can consume in their own communities.